So the book I read for my second semester independent book study was The Hate U Give, and it is a novel by Angie Thomas, and it came out on February 28th, 2017. So this entire book is based off of racism, police brutality, and activism, and it follows around the main character Star, and basically what happens in the beginning that sparks all the events throughout the rest of the book is Star is with her friend, and they get pulled over, and then the police officer ends up shooting and killing her friend. And basically throughout the rest of the book it goes on about Star fighting to give justice for her friend, and the police officer gets chosen not to be taken guilty or convicted of murder, and it just leads into protests and riot and other characters throughout the book fighting for justice for other African Americans killed by police and other people who are being discriminated against in society. So after reading the book, I'm gonna say that I did not like it, and it was not because it was not wonderfully written, because it was written extremely well, and she was a very talented writer. It is just very politically based, and Angie Thomas and I are not on the same side of the political scale, so it ended up just making me angry the entire time because of the ideologies that were being portrayed. So what I disagree with and don't like about it is not because of how well she wrote it or that kind of stuff. It's just what's being portrayed, and so that's just me disagreeing with what she thinks and believes and her opinions. But I think that someone who does have the same beliefs and opinions as her would love this book. And I know that it was made into a movie in 2018, I believe. So it's a great book. It's wonderfully written. You know, it was made into a movie only a year later. So that kind of, you can't really say it's bad in my opinion. So like I said earlier, the author is Angie Thomas, and she has written 2 young adult novels, the first one obviously being The Hate U Give, and then a second one which was On the Come Up. And she had actually won 4 awards for The Hate U Give. So she won the Goodreads Choice Awards Best Young Adult, and Goodreads Choice Awards Best of the Best, Goodreads Choice Awards Best Debut Good Writer, and then also the Audio Award for Young Adult. So this book has a lot of credentials behind it, and she knows what she was doing. She knows how to write it, and that was shown in all the awards that were given to her in this novel. So I would not suggest this book to someone who is more conservative, but I would definitely suggest it to someone who's more liberal or an activist, or if they want to learn about people of color and their struggles in America now, and just knowing and gain a deeper understanding of what they're fighting for within the last few years. However, I would not read it again. I did not like it. Like I said earlier, it made me angry all the time, just because police officers are a topic close to my heart, just because I have family members who are police officers, and I just felt like there may be a little bit better way to write it instead of being so aggressive and blunt with things. But that's just my view. I know a lot of people think otherwise. Like I said, it was a movie. Last notes and thoughts. Although I disliked it, I am happy I read it, just because it is always important to get to know and understand the opinions and beliefs of the opposing point of view, and that's what I got to do with this book. And yeah, that was my second semester independent book study review, and this is actually the last assignment I'm turning in for high school right now, so it's pretty cool. I just thought that'd be nice to add in there. So yeah.